This is Avery, and here is Chelsea. We're not very wealthy, but hey, that's okay, because we're here to stay. I know none of this makes sense, and our podcasts are here at your dispense. Would love it if you listen to your dreams, thoughts, and visions, and maybe you will learn how to live as your fire burns. We hope this episode appeals to you all. Welcome to Writing on the Walls. Oh yeah. Welcome back, guys. This is Avery.
And Chelsea.
And today we have two special guests with us, so we're going to let them introduce themselves.
Kylie, you can go first.
Go. I don't know what to say.
Okay, fine. So I'm Noelle, senior, Brookville High School. Currently employed, and I have a dog.
Nice. Where are you employed?
I work at the Dayton Dance Center, and like in that building is like Fire and Ice Aerial Arts, and I teach there.
That's
Nice. I'm Kylie, also senior from high school. I also have a dog, but I'm not employed because I don't have time for that.
Fair. All right, we're going to ask a leading question. So it says, have you had your I've made it moment yet? If not, what do you think that will look like? So I'll go first. I don't necessarily think I've hit the I've made it moment yet, like the overarching I've made it moment. I definitely feel like I've had a few smaller I've made it moments, but I think what it'll look like is when I am an adult and I have an established job, I'm living on my own, and like maybe I'll have like kids and a family, but like I think it'll probably be when I move and have my life of my own. So what about you, Chelsea?
I don't think I've made mine either, and I think it's probably gonna hit around the 6-year mark from now, like when I've graduated college, because my biggest goal at the moment is graduating with my doctor's in pharmacy, and I think once I hit that point, I think I'll feel that.
Yes. Noelle?
I also don't think I've hit mine either. It'll probably hit like after college, and I think it'll be when I like graduate with my degree in architecture and then like sign off for my first building to be like constructed.
Yeah.
I think that's when it'll hit.
I definitely haven't gotten mine, that's for sure. I think mine will definitely hit when I'm like married and have a family, because I mean, that's basically all you're here on earth for, is to just
I feel like it's interesting that like we all say it's not happened yet, but we all have like goals, and like I feel like after we hit these goals we'll have more goals, so I feel like honestly like it'll just continue. Like I haven't made it yet because I have another goal, so like it will definitely continue like this, but everything's good.
I think also settling down and starting a family, that's like, I think that's the biggest one for me.
Yes, ultimately, yes, that's the goal. So that leads us in a little bit to right now, and the big topic today is senioritis and burnout. As we're all seniors, we definitely feel this very often and struggle with it, so we're here to talk about that today.
So we've talked about a little bit in our first episode of working and cramming your schedule into a day. So Noelle, you're also employed. Yeah. So do you feel like you overschedule yourself between work and school and friends?
I try not to, but like work usually gets in the way of like hanging out with friends, because there's like certain days I like literally cannot schedule anything. Yeah. Because I have to work till like very late. But I think that's the only thing. Because I normally like prioritize school, then work, and then I go to friends, because it's just like things I have to get done.
Yeah. And then Kylie, do you still feel like senioritis is hitting?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm ready to like get out of here.
Yeah. Yes, I'm ready to move on to bigger and better things. So, some things that are key points in senioritis and like being burnt out would be like feeling overwhelmed or like bored. So like if you're doing the work and you're like, this is good and all, but like you just feel bored in it, like you don't feel like this is like meaning anything, I definitely feel like that is a key factor in like noticing, oh, I am doing too much, I am stretching myself too far. So what do you feel like, Chelsea, on the overwhelmed aspect?
Yeah, so my schedule is pretty packed. So during weekdays, I go to school till about 12:30, get out, I go to the gym from like around 1 to 2, and then at 2, I shower, start to get ready for work, and have to go pick up my sister, come back, drop her off, go to work from 3 to 9, and then after 9, that's when I homework, shower again, and then go to bed. And I don't get to bed till probably about 11:30. So that is my weekdays every day.
I can't even imagine. I'm starting up to work again this week, and I have 21 hours in a span of 3 days. And yeah, I have like a 7-hour shift on like Wednesday after school and everything. And I'm like, I don't even know how Chelsea does this, like 6 hours every day after school. I could not. Like, money is great and all, but I don't feel like being a full-time adult from 6:30 a.m. to 9.
Spring break, they scheduled me 46 hours.
Oh my god.
In a week. I was like, I am not, like, I didn't even say anything that it was spring break. They just automatically scheduled me 46 hours. And they did the same thing to Eli Shockley, like that was his first week working there. And
it was so bad.
And he called off that whole week and never showed up since.
Yeah, he doesn't work there anymore. I can't. I feel like they like Chelsea more because she's willing to work more often, but I also have never said that I don't want to work that often. So I don't know where the difference is between, I don't know. It's very weird.
I think Tara's more forgiving with the schedule than Jenny was.
Yes, Jenny was gruesome. She was great and all, but
she would schedule minors 10-hour days on weekends.
Oh my god.
Like back to back.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That is, oh my gosh. See, that's why I don't work, like, and I'm scared to work, because I'm like, what if this person doesn't give me, like, a lenient schedule, and, like, I don't want to work after school, because I'm already stressed from school, even though I finish everything before I go home.
Yeah. I, like, whenever I, like, put in, like, requests, I'll always make sure, like, I have, like, strict boundaries. It's like, hey, I don't work past 9 on weekdays, and I'm not working more than 22 hours or something like that, even though 22 hours is insane for, like, how much I'm doing. But, yeah, definitely, like, keeping the boundaries between, like, making sure you're not too stressed, even though I'm already stressed.
Last year, they would keep, like, everybody till 10:30, and minors can't technically work past, like, 10:55, I think is the cutoff. Oh, they would make you stay over 10:30. Like, they're really pushing that boundary.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember one time I did that, and I literally closed the restaurant on a school night. I was there. Now, we, like, closed early because of, like, COVID protocols, but, like, I was there until, like, almost 11. It was horrible because I had to go to bed. I had a giant test the next day. I was struggling.
Yeah. Go ahead.
My work hours are, like, so inconsistent.
Oh, I hate that.
Because, like, I only work when I have students. So if my students call off, I don't go in, so I don't get paid. So it's, like, very
difficult,
iffy.
Yeah. Consistency is so much better for me to be able to, like, be, like, productive. I feel
you just need to, like, know when you're gonna be busy. Like, you have to have that time blocked off. And, like, Penny, I was talking with Penny, and she said at Marshall they don't have, like, a set schedule. They're just, like, they call and they're like, hey, can you come in at said time? And they only work, like, 3 hours at a time. So, I mean, they're paid a lot better than we are. And I think we have such consistent hours, and if we were to go anywhere else, then with a better pay, then the schedule may not be as consistent. And definitely scheduling, I don't think it'll be as lenient. Like, Avery and I both applied to work at Dunkin', the new Dunkin' in Inglewood.
Yeah.
And that's probably the two main concerns.
Yeah. I'm just really excited. Like, I love where I work, but I am just so done with it. I've been there for almost a year. And I just need something else because, like, it's burning me out just being there because I'm just so done with it. Yeah. Chelsea's there more often than I am. I can't even imagine. Yes.
I definitely like everybody in there. Yes. I think with the set group we have there right now, I really don't want to leave, and I might just make it to where I work like 3 days each job. I don't know. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. Like, so with like all of the activities we all do we need to, like, I guess keep in like mind, is there opportunity for growth? Because I feel like if there isn't any opportunity for growth, then like there's no point in sticking with something that is stressful. So what do you guys feel like on that like point?
Noelle, at your work, is there potential to like expand? Like, can you teach more classes or like more upper level? You know what I'm saying?
I can. Because I've been, like, before I started teaching, I've been doing, like, the aerial arts for, like, 3 years. Mm-hmm. And then the instructor came up to me and was like, hey, would you want to teach these classes? I'm like, yes, sounds like fun. So, like, within my work, I can pick up more classes if I wanted to. And I think there's, like, opportunities for growth in that. Because I'm not, like, a super talkative person. And it really, like, helps me come out of my shell and become, like, a leader to help people. Mm-hmm. So, that's what I think.
Yeah. I don't really do any activities, so I'm just kind of chilling at home. But even then, I'm like, I don't want to do anything else because school, like, tires me so much, and I feel like it shouldn't. But, like, I also think the school kind of overworks us because I don't think a week Christmas break is enough.
No, it's not. I agree.
They cut that. It's so inconvenient because Christmas is on a Sunday.
Yeah,
so
I know. Like, oh, let's shorten it. And I was like,
of course we're coming in that week of Christmas. Of course. What else would they do?
Yeah. The week of Christmas, we go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We get off Thursday, Friday, and then Christmas is on Sunday, and then we just have one full week, and then we come back. I'm like, what is that? Like,
the 3rd, I think.
Is it Tuesday? I think we get Monday, but I was like, well, that's just random. Because New Year's Day is on Sunday, so we get like...
Ooh.
Or New Year's... I think New Year's Day is Sunday.
Yeah.
And then...
New Year's Eve is like a Saturday.
Yeah. And so we get like the reserved day that like everyone I think gets on Monday. Mm-hmm. But... still, we like have a Monday and then we start back on a Tuesday. Like,
and
what?
Is so stupid.
No, and like I don't understand why like the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we come to school like that week. Why can't we just do those exams the week before on the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or just like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and like kind of spread it out a little bit more?
Yeah.
Like, why do they have to do it the week of Christmas?
Yeah.
Like that,
every other day. That would be nice.
Yeah, and like it stresses everybody out so much, especially because you have to like panic and like, like if I go out to lunch, will I make it back on time?
Yes.
And like all of that, it's so stressful.
Yeah, I remember freshman year. I don't know if you guys remember, but like it was our first like exams, and we had like full schedules. We all pretty much did, and they like did those like little like classes for like stress management, and like we chose which classes we wanted to do.
Yeah, I think
there was like a yoga.
Yeah.
I remember doing yoga, and it was like my last class before, and I was like, this is so peaceful. It was so nice. I remember doing that.
We should bring it back.
I agree.
Yeah, because that was really helpful.
I don't think like you said, I do think they overwork us, and we don't get enough. Like, it's like the school day's about how long? 6, 7 hours.
It's like 8 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, we push for 8 hours throughout the day, like 5 days a week. Yeah. We never get a break ever, and we don't. The way things are scheduled this year, there's like no days off, hardly any star days.
Yeah, I definitely feel like even though like COVID hindered some like learning activities, I do feel like it was better like mentally for me because we had more scheduled times off. Like we had a a star day on Fridays every month or something like that. And we also had like the quarterly Thursday star days. So I feel like that was nice because we had like that ability to look forward to every month. Because like right now we had like the little Columbus Day and like weekend in October. Then we go to like Thanksgiving break, which is only 3 days off of school.
Yeah, because they count the weekend.
They shouldn't count the weekend.
I think they should give us the full week because it's the first actual break we get.
Agreed.
Like, I get that it's just Thanksgiving, but, like, give me the whole week off, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, like, other schools get a fall break. We don't have that.
Oh, yeah.
And then our spring break just continually gets shorter each year.
Yeah, I think it's only, like, 1 week now or something like that.
Yeah, it's only technically 4 or 5 school days.
Yeah, because there's, like, Good Friday.
They factor in the weekend to all of our breaks. I was like, technically, that's not part of our break. We already have that off anyways.
Yeah, we always have weekends off. That's right. We need to, like, come up with... Well, when we grow up and we go on the school board, we'll be able to make different changes.
Oh, yes. I'm going to go raging.
There's many issues.
Yes.
The library being one of them. What's happening to the library?
Oh, my gosh. They want to change the library so much, too.
They're trying to get rid of it as a whole. Like, no more library time.
What the heck?
That's...
I'm not going to name drop on here, but...
You can write it out.
Yeah, well, yeah. You have... Even though I don't like the library, I don't like reading, I do think it's definitely good to have time to go. Like, that's just fundamental for
especially because
elementary
some
kids.
People eat in there because they don't like. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's understandable.
And they've been pulling certain books from. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. And like they're like, oh yeah, like the younger kids shouldn't see this. No, I think the younger kids should be educated so that they don't like grow up and offend people and not realize that they're doing it.
A lot of this is coming back on the board, but the main one trying to get rid of it all.
Yeah, I remember the board meeting where they were like talking about him specifically.
Ugh, the school board, I can't.
Yeah, they try to like shelter kids, but I feel like they shouldn't do that. Because they won't learn in the future. Yeah.
Exactly. We don't have any of that now. Like, what?
Unfortunately, sometimes I feel like we do need sheltering. There's a point where it comes to sheltering, then it's like, then you're just an idiotic kid and you don't know it. Because I definitely had that. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Like, I was definitely teased in, like, freshman year. Like, I'm not going to say, but I'm sure you could guess. He was kind of crazy, but he would, like, tease me because I didn't know everything. And it was just because, well, maybe I don't need to know every nasty thing. But, yeah it was definitely...
That's another thing, though. I feel like they should start sex ed a lot earlier. Like, I feel like when they show us, like, the video about, like, puberty in 5th grade, that's when they should start sex ed, because randomly talking about actual health and 7th grade and freshman year, it's definitely not enough, because I feel like every time you turn around, someone else is getting pregnant, and I'm like, this is something we should work on.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, like, it wasn't as bad, like, when we were in 7th grade and, like, the high school was the like, those grades were there. Yeah. It wasn't bad then, but, like, it's definitely getting worse, just as, like, as the world, like, the whole world, it's just getting worse, I feel like. So we definitely need to, like, the school needs to fix that. Like, I get, like, Northmont would always do, like, like, you have to, like, carry around the fake baby.
Oh, I wanted to do that so bad. It sounded so fun.
Yeah.
I would get so annoyed with it if it started crying.
Yes.
Like, especially in class, honestly, I'd kind of just throw it and be like, y'all. Yeah. But, like, it would be fun to carry it around because people would be like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Like, you'd also be learning at the same time. This way you're not, like, if you do, like, randomly get pregnant, you're not going into it completely blind. You at least know something.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I do not want kids in the future.
I don't either. They're kind of scary.
It is, like, a nightmare of mine.
I'll adopt, but I'm not having my own children. I cannot do that to my body.
Skip past the terrible twos phase. Like, adopt when they're, like, 3, 4, 5.
I babysat this weekend, and it just made me be like, I want kids, but I think I only want one now. I was like, 3 sounds nice. 4 is ridiculous. I'm in a family of 4 kids, and that's a lot. Oh, yeah. And I was like, 3 seems more suitable. And then I was like, you know what? 1 sounds perfect to me, because I was like babysitting a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, and they were great, but that 2-year-old has so many tantrums that his mom and dad weren't there. And I was like, calm down, kid. He literally threw himself on the ground. Like, I forgot how, like good actors they are. They get into it so much. They just literally throw themselves back, and they're so dramatic.
Sometimes it's like hard not to laugh at them, because I'm like, what are you doing at this point? Like, you're trying really hard to like give you like a snack or something.
I know.
Calm down.
Yes, exactly.
The idea of having kids is fine, but like the actual process.
Oh my gosh, it's so scary.
It's terrible.
I keep seeing all these TikToks like, oh, reasons why you shouldn't have kids, and then it says like everything it does to your body, and I'm like, I don't think I want to have my own.
Yeah, it's just, that would be a lot of work.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm prepared for that.
And you have to be like financially stable.
It's just too much work.
It's
Emotionally, I don't know if I can do that.
No. Okay. Do we want to ask another one of these questions?
Yeah. We've veered a little off topic from the whole burnout thing.
It's all sort of related. We could talk about...
What about, like, having support? Like, if you're feeling burnt out, you know...
Do you feel like you have, like, a good support system? Or, like, you're able to find support? Or do something rewarding that, like, is sort of supporting you, like, if that makes sense. Like, I would do, like, if I'm getting stressed out, I like to, like, just, like, paint. So, like, I'll just, like, paint, and then it, like, calms me down. Like, doing that kind of stuff. Do you guys, like, have, like, good outlets for that, do you think?
Or
any advice?
I enjoy working out. Okay. And
you haven't done that in months.
No, it's for my job.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I guess my job's kind of an outlet. But I also enjoy, like, reading. Mm-hmm. That also, like, really helps me. Just, like, staying away from people if I'm super burnt out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. After school, I go straight to my room. I'm like, I can't deal with any more people.
Mm-hmm.
I have a very limited social battery. Like, I'm dealing with people at school and then at work. Mm-hmm. It's like, I just need, like, on my breaks, I sit in my car and just, like, decompress. Like, you know, recharge my battery for, like, the next 3 or 4 hours or whatever.
I definitely feel like my family gets the shorthand of my attitude sometimes. I feel so bad. Like, it's just like I want to be nicer, but it's just like, oh man, I just spent a whole day with other people. I think I have a really short social battery.
Oh, I
because and especially now, like, I can't handle people that much as like I used to. It's like I enjoy, like, spending time with people as long as it's, like, fun. Like, we're doing something, like, an activity that's, like, not stressing me out. I think if the activity is stressing me out, it takes more energy for me to be able to, like, be around those people. Even if they're great people.
And my tolerance for people in general has just diminished. Like, I don't put up with it anymore. Like,
no, there was, like... I think after community service Friday, we were, like, trying to go watch the varsity game, me and Sierra were, and there was, like, people in the way, and she was like, excuse me, and I kept going, move, move, because I could not put up with anymore. I'm just so sick of people. Like, my social battery was so drained at that point, I was like, I do not want to talk to you. I just want to go home. And, like, I was so burnt out over the weekend. I didn't talk to my family at all. Like, I completely cut all of them off, and, like, I did not come out of my room. My dad finally came up, and he was like, will you eat something? Because you haven't been out of your room all day. And I was like, yeah, fine, whatever. Just leave me alone, please.
Yeah.
And that's why I, like, couldn't watch a basketball game with you. Because, like, after the concessions, I was, like, so tired of people. I just had to leave.
Yeah, it was so bad.
So.
Did you have to do that with the cross-country and track people? Or no? When did you do that?
I just did the basketball game.
Was that on... Friday? Oh, okay. Did you do the 6:30 to 8:30?
I did the 4:30 to 6:30, but even then, it was, like, after a full school day.
Yeah.
I was, like, so tired.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, I have time to go home and relax, and then 4:30 was, like, right there, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, but I'm gonna do it because I already signed up.
Yeah.
Like, even on weekends, I feel like I'm still, like, feeling burnout. Like, I don't even want to hang out with friends anymore because it feels like that almost begins to stress me out. Like, having to go deal with more people again. It's like, I mean, I will admit, I'm starting to find, like, those people I'm, like, comfortable with, and, like, that doesn't seem like a burden to me.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I don't know.
There's, like, very few people that I don't have a social battery for. But even sometimes I'm like, I just can't hang out with you right now. I'm too tired.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I just feel like there's also, like, types of people that, like, you'll spend your time with, and it's like recharging you.
Yeah.
Almost, like, they're, like, rejuvenating people. Like, they're just, like, be fun. I don't know.
Yeah, you have certain people where, like, 10 minutes feels like an hour, but 10 minutes seems like 1 minute. Like, you gotta find those kind of people.
Yes, exactly. With, like, schoolwork or work and, like, just, like, life in general, do you feel like it's difficult to find a good balance between it all? Or, like, are you able to, like, sort of get by?
I don't know. I feel like I've been barely scraping by almost for the past while. Like, I still don't understand, like, trying to manage homework and CCP things. I've definitely lucked out a couple times.
Yeah.
Just, like, some nights I won't get my homework done, and then the teacher won't collect it. So I'm like, okay, we're good.
I play
Time
by
to move
that.
on, yeah.
I play by that too often right now. It's so bad.
Not that I'm banking on that happening, but I don't know. I feel like my luck's gonna run out one of these days.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, it's just gonna be a rough day one day, but not today.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about it today. It's not today's problem.
Me.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. With feeling with like schoolwork and like feeling burnt out, I feel like it's definitely a possibility to feel like increasingly critical about yourself. Like you are like, it also, like this question says cynical about your job or like what you're doing. So with getting busier and busier, do you feel like you're getting like more and more critical about yourself and like how you're doing things, or like how like other people are doing things, like more judgmental, I guess, possibly?
I feel like I definitely am towards myself. Like, I used to, if I got an 80 on a quiz, I was just like, okay, I'll take it. But the other day I got an 80 on a quiz, and I was so mad at myself. I beat myself up all weekend. I was like, how did you do that? Like, you literally knew the answer. She literally talked about it, and you still got it wrong.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've definitely gotten more, like, critical to myself. Yeah. Especially for grades, because they stress me out now. And they used to not ever stress me out.
Yeah. Definitely.
And I think even with, like, I'm trying to do the most right now already, but then I think, like, I keep thinking, oh, I can do more. But then I realized, I was like, I don't have any free time. Like, if I keep doing this and overscheduling myself, when is there time for myself? There's not.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to step back and say, wait a minute.
Yeah. Earlier this year, I would, like, schedule myself into so many different things because I was like, I have the free time. I can just do that. Yeah. And then after, like, a month of that, I'm like, I am so tired of this. I just need, like, a day off. Yeah. And I didn't get that for, like, another month. So.
Oh, yeah. I definitely understand that. Like, I did soccer, cross country, and then, like, we had, like, football games in the fall, in the fall season to go to, and we also had, like, volunteering things, and we had practices, and then I also had school. I wasn't working because that was too much, but, like, still, like, even, like, doing all of that, I was like, I enjoy what I'm doing, but I'm so tired of being constantly go that, like, it's not enjoyable anymore. Like, it was to the point where it's like having breakdowns every, like, night because I was like, I am so tired. I need a break. So, yes.
And I, like, barely have time for the community service that we have to get to.
Oh my gosh. I hate that they require that so much because I'm like, I'm already busy with all the schoolwork you're giving me. You are always, like, pushing to get, like, to go get a job, stuff like that. And you're still gonna add more community service every year just to graduate.
I feel like it should start as 20 hours freshman year, 15 sophomore,
go
10
down.
junior, 5 senior, because the amount of stuff we have to do increases as we go up in class, like grade levels.
Like, I don't have time for this, like, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, last year I didn't have a job, so I was able to, like, get it done pretty quick.
Yeah.
But this year I'm like, I don't have the time.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, the fact that you have to get it to graduate in general is so annoying, because I'm like, no other school does that.
I know.
We're the only one.
Yeah.
And so you try to talk to other people about it, and they're like, you have to do community service, and I'm like, yeah, just to graduate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can still graduate, you just can't, like, walk on the stage to get your
No,
diploma.
I think they've changed it.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Because for Kayla, which is my older sister, she didn't do all of her community service, and she finally turned it in, like, before, like, after it was too late, so she couldn't walk. But, like, I think they told me that if I didn't do all of mine, I wouldn't graduate. And I'm like, why?
I don't think
like,
it
I'm
should be
too
a
busy for
requirement.
this. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's so...
And if you, like, force people to do community service...
Is it actually
It's not community service. They're just
yes.
something I
to, like,
have to
graduate.
do.
Like,
Yeah, I do think, like, I think that community service is good. Like, it's definitely important to, like, give back to the community. But when, like, it's putting more stress on the students to be, like, do it. Like, there's plenty of opportunities, but to find the time to schedule yourself back to back to back all the time to figure out how to fit in these hours, it gets to be a lot sometimes.
And, like, most freshmen don't have jobs. Like, we just get more time. Yeah, and I feel like we just have less time for community service now than we ever did before. Because jobs are in full swing.
Yeah. So, overall, we've definitely touched on being insanely busy and not having time for, like, stuff we enjoy, or just being overloaded to the point where, like, we aren't able to enjoy, like, hanging out with friends because it takes more of our energy. So I definitely feel like we've given a lot of advice, but also talked about all the senioritis and being burnt out, and we've also gone off track a little bit, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's alright. Sometimes you just need to talk. But, yeah, so...
Just don't over your schedule yourself. Like, you have to set those boundaries with other people and put yourself first. That's pretty much
make sure you're making
the only thing I want to say.
Healthy decisions for yourself.
Yeah.
Because burning out, like, it comes, it's like a silent death. Like,
sure, yeah.
It really sneaks up on you.
Yes,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden it's here and you can't do anything about it because, like it's so hard to get rid of. Like,
right.
Being burnt out, senioritis, like, I didn't even think that it would ever happen to me, and oh my gosh, it's so bad.
It's only gonna get worse.
Yes.
I don't even know how I'm supposed to go to college. Like, I'm guessing, like, a new environment, new me, so, like, I'll be able to, like, be rejuvenated and be, like, fully charged to go through another 4 years. But, like, what about senior year in college?
That's
That's gonna be terrible because all of those things matter to, like, be able to go to work and, like, constantly, like, I'm guessing, like, I'll just be so, like, excited to work that, like, I'll just, I don't know.
Like, I feel like I won't be able to work the same job for the rest of my life because
Right.
Yes.
So I need to have, like, a backup. I don't know what that's gonna be.
Like, I'm so worried about being happy in my future job. Like, am I really gonna like it? Like, I think I will, but...
Yeah. I don't
especially
like...
because we were already forced to come here for 12 years. Like,
right.
I don't think I could do it. That's why I'm, like, kind of iffy on college still. I'm like, I don't really want to go because those 12 years were really tiring. I don't want to do it again.
And if you don't know what you want to do in life, you don't have to go spend the money on college. Like, you can just, stay back in your hometown, work a little bit, save up some money, and then go and figure that out from there.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by therapy because we all need it sometimes.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you, or not see you, because we don't see you guys, but we hope you come back to listen to our podcast, and that's coming out next week. Until next time, adios.
Bye.
So here we are, new secrets out of the jar. We thank you for pressing play. Hopefully you decide to stay. Join us next week if advice is what you seek. We're bringing a surprise, and they're coming in disguise. Until next time, this was a good rhyme.